YouTube, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to our Return to Glory challenge, where we try to take the Chicago Bulls of today and return them to their former glory of the 1990s. Now, I got to be honest with you guys, it's been so long since I've recorded one of these videos, I don't even honestly remember what we did last. And so I'm making an executive decision here. One, because it's been a while and I don't remember what we've done. And two, because the new 2K comes out before you know it, before we realize the new 2K is going to be out. And so we have to be done with this series so that we can start on the new 2K and do some new series on that game. So I've made the executive decision that we are throwing realism out the door. We are not going to sit around and sim 5, 6, 7 years into the future to try and get the Chicago Bulls back to peak performance. What we're going to do is we're going full rebuild mode here, and we're going to just gut this team, build a championship roster, and try to win a championship in either the year. What year are we in right now? 2020. We'll be in 2026 in the game. In either 2026 or 2027, we want to be hoisting the trophy at the end of the season. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what we can come up with. All right, so this is what our lineup looks like currently. Lonzo Ball, Dylan Harper, Josh Green, Santi Aldama, Luke Cornett, Boogie Fland, Isaiah Joe, Buzelis, Jackson Hayes, John Conchar, Torrey Craig, Cam Spencer, Zach Edey, who is injured, and Josh Giddey, who is injured. Now, I like the core of this team. I really do. I like the young pieces that we have here. I think Santi Aldama is a guy who is just going to get better. I think that Dylan Harper, he's a rookie. He's definitely going to get better. I think that Boogie Fland, Isaiah Joe, I think that Zach Edey, I think they're all going to get better. I think Josh Giddey is going to get better. But what I want to do is I want to build a championship roster right now, as soon as possible. Now, I don't know what my pick situation looks like. Let's go over and look at some future draft picks. I do have my own first round pick this coming year. So one thing that I could do is I could try and use this pick and a couple of players to upgrade a couple of positions. But I'm going to go look around the league and see what kind of trades are out there. And then I'll let you know if I decide to make one. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, so I ended up throwing a couple of pieces together, a couple of packages together, and this is the best thing that I can come up with here. DeJounte Murray does everything that Lonzo does, and he does it better. And Yves Missi, if that's how you pronounce his name, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is going to be a great backup center because Luke Cornett just got hurt, and we'll probably trade him once he's healthy to try and get some picks accumulated again. I hate losing Isaiah Joe because that is going to hurt our bench depth, but I'm okay with it because we've got a few guards that we can play around with there, and we're keeping Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey could easily slide up to the 2 if we really needed him to. So we're going to go ahead and do this trade and go adjust the rotations. Yeah, so I like that upgrade. I think that makes us better. I don't think that makes us, I don't think that does anything crazy for us. So I'm going to see what's out there for a few of these other pieces, and I'll let you know if I come across something. All right, so this is another one of those trades that I'm not sure is really a forward move. It might just be a lateral move, but I'm going to trade John Conchar for Kelly Oubre, and then I'm going to change Kelly Oubre's position to the small forward and see if that does anything. Okay, so moving Kelly Oubre over to the 3 actually makes him better, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to go over to the coaching game plan, reset this lineup real quick. And then we've got Kelly Oubre as the 6th man. So we've got some talent here. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that are 80 overall. And then we've got a handful of guys that are right there close. Plus Boogie Fland, Jackson Hayes that are, young guys that are going to get better. Zach Edey, unfortunately, did get hurt again. And so I guess it's a good thing that we held on to Missi, just because Zach Edey can't seem to stay healthy. I don't know what's going on with Zach Edey in these simulations, but he just cannot seem to stay healthy. Now, I am going to try to do one other thing here. And I know that trading Josh Giddey when he's 23 years old, he's an 85 overall, he's only going to get better. But I just want to see what's out there for Josh Giddey because I'm in such a rush to win a championship now. I don't necessarily want to wait around until Josh Giddey's, 27 to try and win a championship. So I'm just going to see what's out there for him. And if there's anything worth it, I'll let you know. Okay, there's nothing out there that's really even worth looking at. So we're going to simulate to the trade deadline and see if anything changes. If anything interesting happens, then I will certainly pause it and let you know. Okay, so I just had a trade offer pop up that is Bobby Portis, and I'm assuming that is Monte Morris. Yeah, Monte Morris for Jackson Hayes and Buzelis. Now, again, I'm trying to win a championship ASAP, and you guys know I have a soft spot for anybody who played for the Razorbacks. Plus, Bobby Portis is just better. Now, the money situation is not ideal. I will admit the money situation is not ideal. Bobby Portis is making a lot of money, but he's a great basketball player, and he's going to come in here and be probably our starting power forward now. Let's go take a look at that. No, he is 6th man, so hey, I'm okay with that. I do think one of the things that I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see what the market looks like for a guy like Dylan Harper or for Boogie Fland, just to see, because I got a feeling that those guys are not going to be around when we win a championship here. I don't want Monte Morris starting though. I want Boogie Fland starting. So we are going to change that. I want Boogie Fland starting, give him 23 minutes. That sounds great. Let's go check and see what the trade market looks. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over to scouting and we're going to go to team intel. This is a fun little tidbit for you. If you play 2K and you like to rebuild stuff like this, always check out the team intel, because it'll tell you who's rebuilding, who's selling, who's buying, that sort of stuff. So like the Cavs are buying right now, so I could offload a big contract on them potentially if they have the cap space for it, which unfortunately minus $35 million. But that sort of thing. Like the Celtics are contending, they're not going to make any moves, which for some reason they have Jordan Walsh starting at the small forward. Okay. Love to see my Razorbacks getting some run. The Clippers are buying. We could maybe give them a big contract, but they don't really have anything that we want in return. I mean, Jalen Duren would be awesome, but we're loaded up at center as it is. The Grizzlies are rebuilding. Hawks are contending. Let's click through here real quick. Okay. The Hornets are selling. Could we get LaMelo Ball? Could we potentially get LaMelo Ball? Let's go build a trade, and I'll build this on my own, and then I'll let you know how it goes. But I'm gonna try to get LaMelo Ball. All right, so we got Josh Giddey and 3 unprotected picks. Let's throw in somebody that's not making a ton of money so that maybe it'll match up. I'll give you a point guard. I can only have 15 players. Okay, you give me back one of your bums. You give me back like this dude. Okay, what if we throw another pick in there? Let's go, baby. We just got LaMelo Ball. We did give up quite a haul for him, but we did bring in LaMelo Ball, which is huge for the program. LaMelo Ball is now the star of the team, really, and we're going to switch this to like a 9-man rotation. I know that that's going to take some minutes away from probably... Oh, no, Boogie's still getting minutes. That's cool. Do we have anybody injured yet? DeJounte is injured. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, because I just got LaMelo Ball. I'm going to go ahead and this is kind of like cheating, but it's not really. I'm going to go make DeJounte Murray healthy, and I'm going to trade him. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, DeJounte Murray is healthy. Now the question becomes, do I trade Boogie Fland? Because I can trade Boogie Fland. I don't have any tradable first. Actually... Let's throw Boogie Fland in this second in there and see if we can get something that's worth it. Like, I mean, Mark Williams would be incredible. Alfred Sengun would be incredible. Actually, how am I? You got to be kidding me, because I can make Kenrich Williams a power forward, and he's probably going to get better, and he's going to be just as good as Santi Aldama. This is a huge trade up, if you ask me. So we'll go right over here. We'll go to the power forward, or to the centers. I'm sorry. Kenrich Williams. We're going to make you a power forward and see he gets better. That is what you like to see. Now, we do have an abundance of centers here. And Alfred Sengun is probably, he's definitely our starter. He's the second best player on the team. Zach Edey, I feel like, could be a really, really good trade piece. Maybe pair him along with Luke Cornett, or maybe we keep Luke Cornett as like the backup, or like, you know, contingency plan in case two people get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, let's try and move Zach Edey. We didn't get a pick in that trade, which is fine because we got two really, really good players. But I am going to go see if I can trade Zach Edey for just anything that would help us to be better at this point. Like, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of bigs in here. I don't necessarily need any bigs. I don't really even know what I need, to be honest, at this point. I guess I should double check that. Let's see. We're good on point guard play. Shooting guard is Dylan Harper. If we could get a shooting guard that's like a top tier guy, like maybe like a Tyler Hero or something like that, I would definitely be willing to hear that out. Small forward, Kelly Oubre is our starter. I don't absolutely love that, but I don't hate it either. Bobby Portis is our starting 4. Again, don't love that, but don't hate it either. And then Sengun at the 5. Let's do Edey, and I don't have any tradable picks, so we'll do Edey and maybe like KJ Simpson and see what these two guys can get us. If we can get a shooting guard or a small forward, then we will be good to go. All right, I think I'm going to do this trade here for Benedict Mathurin and TJ McConnell, and then I might flip TJ McConnell. I'd really like to get some picks or something, but nobody's putting any picks out there. So Jaden Ivey seems interesting. Stephon Castle seems interesting. I feel like our best bet right now is Benedict Mathurin. Actually, let me see how tall Benedict Mathurin is. He's only 6'5", so he's really more of a 2 guard, and we've got Dylan Harper. Let me see what I can do with like Dylan Harper. Maybe, well, obviously there's nothing with him and Zach Edey. What if Dylan Harper by himself? Nobody wants Dylan Harper. Nobody wants Dylan Harper. I'm going to go back to Team Intel, and I'm going to find a team that is selling, and we're going to trade Dylan Harper, and we're going to trade up. I'll be right back. All right, so I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to give them Dylan Harper and Zach Edey for Amen Thompson and Kevin Huerter. Obviously, I know that the Kevin Huerter contract is killer. It's a huge contract. But if I can get Amen Thompson on this team, and Zach Edey's just a backup at this point anyway, and we've got 4 like competent, good centers on the roster, so Zach Edey is just kind of a placeholder here at this point. They're not really wanting to take that on. I don't have any tradable firsts. Let me go see if I can get some picks and add to this trade, and then we'll be right back. And we're getting Amen Thompson. It's happening. We're getting Amen Thompson. All right, so we have built this package out here. I have not offered anything yet, but this package is exactly the same 2 players as before, but now we have 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. I'm going to hit the start button, and I'm going to just hope and pray that the general manager of the Houston Rockets accepts this deal. Let's go. We got Amen Thompson. Did we overpay? Probably, but that's fine. I don't absolutely love what we're rocking with here, but hey, we're 7 deep here, and we're like a legit 7 deep. Now, Kevin Huerter, Nickeil Alexander-Walker actually is here to stay. Like, I like Nickeil Alexander-Walker a lot. We only got 13 guys on the roster. Let's go sign a guy out of free agency, and then we will do some more trades. All right, so this is what we're looking like currently. We've got Lonzo Ball, Amen Thompson, Kelly Oubre. Don't love that, but it's honestly fine. Bobby Portis, don't love that, but it's honestly fine. Alfred Sengun, DeJounte Murray off the bench, Yves Missi off the bench, Kenrich Williams off the bench, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think I'm going to make Nickeil Alexander-Walker a 3 and see what happens. And that's our 9-man rotation right now. I don't absolutely love it, but it kind of, I think it could be a championship roster, but we'll just have to see, really. Let's see. Let's play pick and roll offense. And there might be one more trade out here to do. I'll let you know. All right, now this is becoming very, very difficult because LaMelo Ball, we just traded for him. He's like the future of this organization. But in this trade, we could give up a pick that's not even ours. We could give up a pick. We could give up LaMelo, and we could get Tyrese Halliburton and Benedict Mathurin. And I got to be honest with you, Tyrese Halliburton seems like more of a winner, if you ask me. Now, LaMelo, I think, is probably a little bit more talented, but Tyrese, I think, is a winner. So, and you get Benedict Mathurin, who's just a bucket. Let's go ahead and click through and let's see the rest of these options. But that one's looking pretty dang good, if we're being honest. That is certainly the best option. Especially as far as overall, but just as far as like fit as well. Like, I mean, here's De'Aaron Fox, who's the same overall, but he's 4 years older. You look at Tyrese Halliburton, they're basically the same age. They're 1 year apart. And in this one, I get a small forward who's better than my current small forward. I feel like I have to do this. Like, I'm sorry, LaMelo, you just came to the team, but we're going to get Tyrese Halliburton. The dude's a winner. Now, let's take a look here. Tyrese Halliburton, Amen Thompson, Benedict Mathurin, Bobby Portis, Alfred Sengun, DeJounte Murray, Yves Missi, Kenrich Williams, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's our 9-man rotation. And then Kevin Huerter's way down here in the reserves, even though he should probably be like up here. I don't want Kevin Huerter to get any PT. I just want to make that very clear. But he's a solid option if somebody gets injured and he's got to step in. I want Kevin Huerter to be the guy that's doing that. Okay, I think we're ready to simulate a little bit. I think we're going to simulate maybe past the deadline, past All-Star Weekend. Let's just simulate the rest of the season and let's see what happens, and we'll reevaluate in the offseason. All right, we made it to the end of the regular season. Wemby wins MVP. Cooper Flagg wins Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. Igor Dimon wins Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby wins DPOY. Marcus Sasser wins Most Improved. Shea wins Clutch Player of the Year. Probably all those free throws that he takes late in the game. Jason Kidd wins Coach of the Year with 64-win Dallas Mavericks team. That's pretty good. And Aaron Phillips is the Executive of the Year. I feel like we should have won Executive of the Year, because when I show you what I'm about to show you, your mind is going to be blown. We don't care about these. If you do care about these, then you can pause it and look at them, I guess. I don't think any Chicago Bulls. Hey, Alfred Sengun actually made Tyrese Halliburton made second team. I don't care about those. So if you care about them, you can pause and look. We ended the regular season on an absolute tear. We lost 2 games the entire second half of the season, which put us as the 2 seed going into the playoffs. I don't know who we're going to play. We're playing Indiana. You could not write it any better. Okay, we traded LaMelo for Tyrese, and now LaMelo and Tyrese have to face off in the first round of the playoffs. We're going to go to the coach game plan real quick, and we're going to go down to an 8-man rotation. I don't have a small forward. Why don't I have a small forward? Oh, because I have 3 pretty key injuries. That really sucks. But see what I mean? I mean, there are worse options to fill in for injuries than Kevin Huerter. There's not a lot of worse options, but there are worse options. That white boy can hoop. Here we go. We're going to manipulate the matchup here, and we're going to put Amen Thompson guarding LaMelo. I just feel like that is our best. I feel like that is our best option. Where's LaMelo? Oh, there he is. Okay, matchup. DeJounte Murray is a good matchup for him too. But we're going to go with Amen Thompson because look at that. An 87. Oh, well, you can't see it, but it says an 87 overall matchup there. So, yeah, there we go. Let's simulate the first game. First game's a win for the good guys. Simulate game 2. Game 2 is a win for the good guys. Simulate game 3. Game 3 is a win for the good guys. Game 4, oh, we lost. Okay, but that's okay because we're gonna win Game 5. Yep, Game 5 is a win for the good guys. Now we are going on to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 2. And let's see who Cleveland is rocking with right now. They still got basically the same lineup. Dean Wade, for some reason, is starting. I don't know what's going on there. But Evan Mobley, where's he at? I don't know. I'm not actually going to play the game, don't worry. Nope, go down. There you go. Simulate through game. Good guys. Game 2, we lose. Game 3, we win. Game 4, we win. Game 5, we win. Let's go. We are in the conference final. Simulate round. Who we playing? Detroit basketball. Who does Detroit have? Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson. Yo, the Thompson twins against each other. That's dope. That's freaking incredible. We got the better one, but you know, we don't talk about that. Let's see. Simulate. Game 1 for the good guys. Game 2, we lose. Game 3, we lose. Okay, what's happening? We need to shorten this rotation again. We're running a 9-man. People still injured? Gosh, DeJounte Murray is still injured. If we had these two dudes, we're not losing a single game. But the problem is Kevin Huerter is our starting small forward right now. Because Nickeil Alexander-Walker is also hurt. What the heck, boys? Benedict Mathurin, yeah, he's done. Broken left kneecap, he's out. Sprained left ankle, pulled lower back muscle. Nickeil Alexander-Walker needs to get back before this thing gets out of hand. This thing's getting out of hand. Okay, 3-1. We are going to simulate with Simcast and hope and pray that those Chicago Bulls can win one on their home floor. Come on, Tyrese. Come on, Tyrese. Do it for the people. Do it for the people. We lost by 1 freaking point. We lost by 1 point. We made all those trades all throughout the season to get to the conference finals and get, you know, gentlemen swept and lose a closeout game by 1 point at home to a definitely inferior team and a conference rival, mind you. But all right, it is what it is. Let's simulate the playoffs. Wemby and Cade Cunningham. Yeah. Who's gonna win? Spurs in 4. Wemby wins. Wemby just got the sweep of all the MVPs: regular season MVP, conference finals MVP, finals MVP. Boys just out here doing the most. All right, we run it back next season. Let's see if we can do it in the year 2027. I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you think we're going to get it done. Peace out.